it was a great privilege, and not just to play my granddaddy, but to be in the story of Louis Zamperini. That's the big story, how God changed his life. And for me to actually wield Ram, to have a small part in it by playing my granddad, that was awesome to play about the story, to complete the story of Louis Zamperini.
I can't tell you how much I admire Will. It takes a lot. You got to be brave to be able to say, okay, I'm going to play a really, really well-known guy who just so happens to be my grandfather. And I can't remember 3 lines in doing these announcements, let alone 3 pages of dialogue, right, that he came into. What was, I had spent 17 years seeing, well at that time it was 17 years of looking at the Billy Graham 1949 revival footage, right? So I had every line in my head about what that was. And then to be in the room with Will and hearing it was, well, I mean, there was no choice. I mean, we didn't see anybody else but Will, because and then now, post his grandfather's passing, I think it's such a beautiful memory for the entire Graham family to have.
And I think that Will was so connected to his grandfather's words that there was never a hint that it would be anything but that. And he believed everything that he was saying. And I think that was a big help to him in his performance. And he really got into it when he stepped in front of our extras in the tent. He was in the moment, he was present, and
they applauded the first day. The first take that Will did, everybody, all the extras applauded. It was fantastic.
And so, yeah, just
In playing this role, is there anything you learned about your grandfather that you didn't know before?
There's a few things, and I'm not sure if I learned it or just more of an emphasis on it. And that was, one was the urgency. I mean, he preached like Jesus is coming back tomorrow or you're going to be dead tomorrow. You know, like, you better make this decision now. And so there's a sense of urgency, you know, like commanding people. And that was the other thing, you know, he was commanding. He wasn't saying, hey, this may be a good idea if you want to come on down, we'll pray. No, he was commanding because he believed that he was God's servant, God's prophet. In a sense, he was the preacher, and he represented the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and he was saying, come, you know, in the name of Christ, you come.